shocking discovery.
Where's my brother? What did she do with him?
And a surprising revelation.
You murdered him!
I didn't murder your brother. He's not dead.
Where's my brother's body?
He's at Seaview Hospital in a secluded area. He isn't the way you remember him.
Can Alex save Dimitri?
This is a possible cure to save my brother's life. You gotta tell me.
Escape with All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Kevin, there's no way that you can help Victor get his memory back?
No, we just have to wait this out.
Damn it.
Tell me about it. If only Victor were back to normal already. This waiting to find out what happened to us at Italy is driving me nuts.
Well, you can bet Bordizzo's behind it.
Well, if DV is this Cobra guy, I have one thing to say. The name fits.
I can't figure out why he's after you two or Victor.
Join the club. At least with you, he has a reason.
My father taking my mother away from Bordizzo, that's some reason.
No one said it was rational, all right?
Well, I'd like to beat Bordizzo to a pulp. One punch for everything he's done to my family. I figure by the 15th punch, he'd be dead as a doornail.
Great, great, yeah. And then you'd be in Sing Sing making license plates for the rest of your life.
Whatever it takes, you know, to protect Lucy and the girls. Oh, wait, it's my phone. Hello? Yeah. Really? Good. Thanks for telling me. I'll be there. Bye.
Problem?
It's one of my guys said that a woman called. Wants to meet me at the Port Charles Grill. She's claiming to know who Christina's mother is.
God, you know, this could just be another false alarm, like
Yeah.
that woman who went to claim DV's reward,
Yeah,
remember?
right. False alarm or setup.
Bordizzo.
Yeah, exactly. And if he's behind this, he's gonna regret the day he met me.
All right, Frank. Time to see who's in your pocket.
Yeah,
Who is this?
who's this?
You know who this is and what I want.
You've got the wrong number.
Wait.
Do you have anything to drink in this house? I'm dying of thirst.
Well, it must be from all that hard work you're doing over at, Wait, where is it you're earning the big bucks anyway?
Your questions are starting to bore me.
Then maybe you should try giving me a straight answer. Like why you haven't been to bed in the past few nights.
Those vampires are nocturnal.
Most bars stop serving your kind at 2 a.m. So what's been keeping you busy till dawn?
Why do you care so much about where I go and what I do?
Because we have a son, remember? And seeing that he has leukemia, I might want to know how to reach you in case there's an emergency.
I've been keeping tabs on my kid. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I believe you. That you're being responsible when it comes to Neil. It's the only area you ever seem to get right. You cheer him up and joke around with him the way you listen to him when he needs a friend. Why is it he's the only person that brings out that side of you, Frank, huh?
Maybe because he's the only one who doesn't judge me.
Well, between the two of us, I wonder where he got that trait, huh?
Neil is the best thing I ever did, and I can't even acknowledge it.
No, it's because he's just too sick to handle any kind of emotional
Okay,
stress
I know,
right now.
I know. I've heard the lecture. Don't worry. For now, I'll keep playing the part of the generous uncle.
Yeah, a little too generous if you ask me. Unless, of course, you won the lottery and forgot to tell us about it.
I've been working some odd jobs here and there, okay?
Okay? If that's all there is.
Just be happy that I'm in a position that I can give Neil whatever he needs.
He already has me for that. And Joe.
But Joe is not his father. I am. And I promise you this, I will not let him take my place forever.
So let me guess, you're trying to figure out who to vote for in the presidential primary?
Sorry. I was just thinking about the little boy's voice I heard.
The one that keeps calling for his mommy.
The question is, who is his mommy?
I think we owe it to ourselves to take one step back and ask ourselves if this child really exists.
Well, exactly. Do you think that maybe it's possible? Never mind. Never mind.
Do I think he could be yours?
The voice I keep hearing, the image you keep seeing. What if it is my son and I don't know, he's haunting us or something, you know?
You mean like a ghost?
Or what if he is alive and he's trying to contact us through ESP? He would be about the same age as my son would be if he lived.
That's true, but I think it's more likely that we're the victims of post-hypnotic suggestion or brainwashing or even drugs.
It's not far-fetched to think that maybe the doctor who delivered my baby told me he was dead and he really wasn't.
And then he turned around and gave the child up for adoption?
Yes. I mean, think about it. You hear so much about these black market babies being sold all the time nowadays. What if... Oh, God. There I go again. Allowing myself to think that my son somehow survived.
I know how much you'd like that.
If my son is out there somewhere alive, I have to find him.
Hello.
Hi. You expecting someone?
Well, I thought so.
Don't tell me you got stood up.
Well, it's kind of hard to get stood up when the person you're supposed to meet doesn't exist.
It sounds like a very late, very bad April Fool's joke.
Well, I'll soon find that out.
Why don't you sit down? Join me for a drink while you wait.
Well, all right. Well, I just found the person I was supposed to meet, so I will speak to you later. You love sending people on wild goose chases, don't you, Portiso?
I'm a little confused. Wasn't it you who lured me down to the hotel lobby so you could break into my room?
Well, that was just the beginning of what I'm going to do to you.
So it appears that it's my move, huh?
Well, that would be kind of difficult since Lucy and Serena are hidden away, and Karen has got 24-hour surveillance around her, so it looks like you're out of luck.
When I want something badly enough, I make it happen. But I'm not telling you anything you're not already aware of. You know perfectly well that your family's not safe, and that it's only a matter of time until you lose each and every one of them.
Whoa, knock it off, Scott. You know, this is getting old.
Oh, come on. What is this, Garcia? You show up every time I'm about to Grody on his payroll?
His bodyguard called me the moment you pulled into the parking lot.
Well, you like to cover your bases, don't you, there?
You broke into my room and you bugged it, and now I can't even enjoy a meal without being harassed.
Did you bug his place?
Bug it? What are you talking about, Garcia?
You better hope. You better pray I don't find evidence to the contrary.
Yeah, well, just like there was no evidence when my firehouse was broken into. There was no evidence when the brakes on Lucy's car were tampered with.
I had an alibi for all those incidents. How about you, Baldwin?
Well, I was with my daughter Karen and her boyfriend Joe.
That's convenient, much like your appearance here.
Yeah, well, I'm here to meet someone.
Detective, this is stalking, not to mention assault. Are you going to do something about it?
Scott, are we going to eat dinner or not?
Is this who you're meeting?
Yes. Is there a problem with that?
Good. You two have a nice night.
All right, Frank. Let's see what you're up to in this charming part of town. This ought to be good.
The way that man looks at you.
Yeah, well, I'm getting a little sick of it.
It's pure hatred. What does he have against you, anyway?
You know what? It wouldn't be very good conversation to have with cocktails.
Yeah, well, you know what? He's staring, so why don't you at least order a cocktail so we can appear to be convincing?
Well, he knows that I'm not here to have cocktails with you.
How could he?
Because he suckered me here under false pretenses so that I would come here and I would get upset and I would grab him and then the cops would come in and then I'd be arrested.
Well, I'd say we foiled his plan.
So what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here?
Well, I don't know. Pretty young doctor like yourself, new to town. I would think that the guys would be lining up.
Well, it's not so easy to find enjoyable company, actually. But then I'm sure I don't have to tell you that with Lucy out of town.
Yeah, meals just aren't the same without her and without my kids.
Well, you see? That's another reason for me rescuing you. I thought we might be able to fill the void in each other's life.
I just think that there's more to inviting me over and having a drink with you than meets the eye here.
I really do enjoy your company. As a friend. And you're right, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to talk to you about Julie.
Trying to convince me that Julie is innocent, huh?
She is, I know she is, and I'm going to prove it.
Well, what do you care about my opinion, then?
It doesn't do Julie any good to be acquitted by a jury and not by the citizens of Port Charles.
So what does that have to do with me?
You wield a lot of influence in this town, Scott. I'd really like to have you on my side.
You mean on Julie's side?
I do.
What did I ever do to deserve you?
You want the short list or the long one?
No, actually, I'm serious. You know, this whole time I've been going on and on about how I'm hoping that my son is still alive, and I haven't once even considered how you would feel. I mean, how it would affect you or us.
Well, one thing's for sure. You wouldn't be able to fool around on the dining room table anymore.
How would it really affect us if my son is alive?
Well, I know one thing it wouldn't do. Is change the way I feel about you.
Are you sure?
You know it wouldn't. That's not what you're so worried about, is it? You're worried about how you deal with having a child.
When my baby died, I convinced myself that I wasn't mother material. Oh, and then I was at the nurse's ball, and I saw little baby Christina, and I touched her. Couldn't help it. And she grabbed onto my pinky, and she wouldn't let go. It was like if she let go, I would disappear. Everyone would disappear. It was terrifying.
But you loved it.
Yeah, I did. I really did. I don't know. I just... God, you know, could you imagine having another a child in your life? I mean, it's the responsibility, you know, being responsible for a human being, another soul, would be... I'm getting ahead of myself again, aren't I? Oh, gee.
Listen, I always thought you'd make a terrific mother.
I think that's just about the nicest thing you could say to me right now.
Well, I guess the only thing left to do is go to Philadelphia and track down the doctor who delivered your baby. If that doesn't pan out, I guess we'll have to go see the county clerk and see if we can find a death certificate.
Have I told you lately that I love you?
Eve, if your son is out there, we'll find him. I promise.
A shocking discovery.
Where's my brother? What did she do with him?
And a surprising revelation.
You murdered him!
I didn't murder your brother. He's not dead.
Where's my brother's body?
He's at Seaview Hospital in a secluded area. He isn't the way you remember him.
Can Alex save Dimitri?
This is a possible cure to save my brother's life. You gotta tell me.
Escape with All My Children, ABC Daytime.
Okay, time to pay up.
Later.
Now.
I don't have it all now.
Well, you better check again one more time. I don't think anybody would cry if I locked you in there with that loot.
Oh, I frankly love all diplomacy.
Here, take what I have.
What do you know? All of it.
Yeah? I must have miscounted.
Yeah, well, good thing one of us graduated from high school.
You sure you can handle this shipment, smart guy?
Don't you worry your brain cell thinking about it.
And we're off. This keeps getting better and better.
So, I'm yelling at this judge because he overruled. And next thing I know, he has a heart attack and he keels over.
No way. You killed him?
I didn't kill him. I gave him CPR, saved him. I guess I made my point.
Okay, wait. Now I know where this tough guy image of yours comes from. But you like that, don't you? You want people to think you're tough.
Well, there you go again.
What?
What? Trying to get me to open up, talk about my feelings the way you psychiatrists like to do. You did that to me at the gazebo the other day, and you're trying to do it again now.
Opening up to me is not telling me a story about a judge having a heart attack. It's not as if you just told me your deepest, darkest secret.
Well, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about myself. I'd rather talk about you.
Oh, well, there's not a lot to tell. I was your average precocious loner. I blossomed, went to some really good schools. I had some high-profile jobs, and now I'm here in Port Charles, and I'm having drinks with Scott Baldwin.
Lucky you. So, where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
Any brothers or sisters?
No, I'm an only child. I had parents with very high expectations, so I was an overachiever.
Well, it looks to me like you're still an overachiever.
I had to be to go to Columbia. That's where I did my undergrad and grad work.
Yeah? What about med school?
Stanford.
And then General Hospital, huh?
With a few stops in between.
Well, it must have been quite a ride. Port Charles is lucky to be one of your stops.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I think I could get used to it here. That is, if I had some more friends like you.
I wonder how Lucy would feel if she knew you were spending time with such a beautiful woman while she was away.
Keep it up, Bordezo, and you'll have more to worry about than who I'm having drinks with or what I'm doing.
Have a pleasant evening.
I'm sorry. Maybe it wasn't a good idea keeping you here at the restaurant.
Well, he's been trying to come between Lucy and me for months now, but he's wasting his time.
Anybody could see it would take a force of nature to come between the two of you.
How's Victor doing? Is he any better?
Well, actually, he turned in early. But we'll say a prayer and see how he is when you get here in the morning.
Actually, that's why I'm calling. We need to leave town for a while.
Leaving town?
Well, yes, we need some time away.
Well, it must be very important for you to leave town before your father's fully recovered.
It is.
Oh, could you leave a number so that I could reach you in case anything happened to Victor?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure where we'll be. So what if we keep in touch with you?
Does your trip have anything to do with what happened to Victor?
okay.
Kevin?
Yeah, Mary. This is kind of a long story, but in a nutshell, Eve gave birth to a son several years ago, and she believed at the time that the baby died right after, but right now we're not so sure. So we're going down to Philadelphia to find out what really happened.
I didn't mean to be so insensitive.
You weren't. You were just worried.
You know, so many strange things have happened.
Well, hopefully you'll get to the bottom of one of them while we're down in Philly.
Will you call us when you get there and give our love to Eve?
Of course. Thanks.
Did you know that Eve lost a son?
What did Kevin say?
Well, he said they're going to Philadelphia. They think he may still be alive.
I've got to stop him.
Next week on Good Morning America, join Diane Sawyer and Charles Gibson from their spiffy new digs, the world-famous Times Square. That's next week on Good Morning America. Get your behind-the-scenes scoop with the Daily Scoop, only at abc.com, part of the Go Network.